Hello there, thanks so much for tuning in. So I'm Tim and this is my Carbon Coach, a channel all about allotment life and now sometimes my shop life. As you can tell today, it's the turn for the allotment. Apologies about last week. This video was meant to be the video that was out last week, but due to bad rain and myself feeling a little bit under the weather, actually, if I'm honest, yeah, it just didn't happen. But we're here now, and in front of me I've got lots and lots of lovely things that we're going to be putting in the ground. So I've got all kinds of garlic here. I've got a bag of 50 red onions, red winter sets, so that's all going in as well, so that's awesome. And then I'm going to have another go at sowing white onions from seed. So I've got the exact same seeds that I used last year, and these are a Tough Ball F1 variety, so we'll give those a go. And yeah, it says to sow, well, I'm probably a bit late in sowing them, to be honest, and then yeah, they come up next year. What I've also found in my seed tin was a packet from Kitchen Garden, and these are called a Sensu Yellow, and they are heavy yielding apparently, so August to September. So again, we're slightly late, but as you can tell, the weather's beautiful. Climate change is definitely a thing, because this is the middle of October and I'm here in a rolled up shirt, and I don't know if you can see, I've got my shorts on and espadrilles, so very weird. Anyway, these should make for some really nice onions as well. So got those, and then what I'll do is I'll just quickly talk you through the onions that I've got as well. So I've got two varieties this year. I think it was two varieties last year as well, but I didn't check between soft neck and hard neck. So this year I've made sure I've gone for hard neck because I believe that they store a little bit better. You don't have to do the platting. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've sort of been led to believe. So I've got 4 bulbs of the Carcassonne white, so that's a really lovely looking garlic. And then I just went for 2 packs of the Solent white as well, and that one should be really, really purple. So what I'm going to do is we'll take a look at the bed where these are going in. So this is the bed that I'm going to be using for them this year, and I've just started to just put some lines across just so that I can see what I'm doing. It's not really essential. Not too sure on the order, but I think I'm going to start off with the red onions at this end. So I've got 50 of them. They can go in probably about 10 centimetres apart, and then the rows about 30 centimetres apart. I've kind of eyeballed it really, no need to get a ruler out. But yeah, I'm just going to get the red onions, and then we can take a closer look as to how they go in, sort of the depth, because I didn't quite get it right last year. I think that's why my crop wasn't quite as successful as it should have been. So, got my bag of red onion sets, and remember to put a hole in it first. These nets are not the easiest thing to get in and out of. And so, yeah, red onion sets just look like super baby red onions. They got an end that's got sort of the roots growing out of it, and the pointy end. And the pointy end is what you want to have just breaking clear of your soil. So, just coming out of the top of the surface. Barely, and that's where I went wrong basically last year, was not doing that properly. So yeah, 50 of them going across maybe 6 rows, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm just going to work away at it and just get them in the soil. Okay, so there we go. That is all of them sort of laid out and in position where I want them. We've got 8 per row, so we've got 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. Way more than 50 actually, and still got a few of the sort of the least looking, nice looking ones left in the bag. So that's actually going to be over 50. And I think where I went slightly wrong last year, as well as putting them in, getting my garlic and my onions the wrong way round in terms of depths, was just not going for it and putting in enough. So if I can really take care of these, get these going, then that's going to be an awful lot of chutney that I can make next spring, summer. So that's going to be awesome. So now that they're all in position, next job is to actually get them where they need to be in the ground. So I'm just going to work my way along each row. Brilliant. So that was the red onions put into place. Excuse me, very ungracefully getting down. So the next job then is to sow the white onions, so the tough balls and the Sensu yellows. So I'm not too sure how many seeds I've got in each, but I've marked out another 4 rows. So I'm going to go 2 of each and see what happens. So the first thing to do then is just to get some drills going. And these ones need to go sort of 1.5 centimeters deep. So not too deep. And then the rows again spaced out 30 centimeters. It just seems to be standard, doesn't it? 30 centimeters. You can almost sort of put a tape measure along the side of the beds if you were that way inclined. I'm trying not to be. So drill time and then seed sowing. So that's actually this entire bed filled up with red and white onions. So I've got no room left for the garlic. So I've actually got this one, which is, if you remember, where sort of all of the failed salad leaves and things happened, the spinach. To be fair, the chard is doing remarkably well. But yeah, I've got this bed to use. So what I'm going to do is just crack open all of the lovely garlics, get all of the cloves, that's the word, out of the bulbs, and do exactly the same. So these go a little bit deeper into the ground, still kind of the same way. So the rooty looking part down, point upwards, and these will, yeah, be buried below the soil though, rather than having the tip poking through. Whilst I'm just getting this garlic split, buried, sorted out, if I can have a moment of your time for some admin-y bits, I guess. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hitting that notification bell also really helps if you don't mind having notifications come through. But new videos do come out every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, so not always necessary. If you wanted to go one step further in supporting myself, the channel, the allotment and the shop, and my self-employedness, then please do check out my Patreon, which is linked in the description below. It's a way that you can help support content creators to carry on doing what they're doing. It starts from £2 a month, and for that I feel you get some pretty sweet perks. Anyway, back to the video. I think I'm about ready to call it a day there. The evening is drawing in, it's nearly tea time, so I'm going to head home. Beans on toast I think tonight, and got some really good work done today. All of the red onions in this bed, the white onions, hopefully they'll work again this year. Got loads and loads of garlic in. So I think this is way more garlic than I had last year, although I did try the giant garlic, which didn't work out unfortunately, and I haven't been brave enough to try it again this year. So all that's left for me to do is to water up. It's been really, really dry down here for the past few days. It's been almost like a second summer in the middle of October, which is random, but the way of the world. If you want to watch more of me, you haven't been sick of hearing my voice, seeing my face, then YouTube's going to give you a video to watch. And if I can just ask you to remember to subscribe, like, all of that usual business if you haven't already. So until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of your plots, have a fantastic week everyone. Cheers.